Okay, today is day 6 of the Oh Christmas Tree Stitch Along. I'm Christy and I am here to show you today how to do the woven tree. So, this is definitely one of my favorite stitches. It's kind of not a stitch, it's kind of weaving, but that's okay. So this is the tree we're going to do today. It is outlined with the back stitch, and then the inside of the tree is truly just weaving the threads back and forth. So let's get started. I will tell you that I think on this I did put my stitches my lines, if you look here, they're about, probably 3/16 to 1/4 inch apart. I did do more rows in some cases, just as I wanted it to look filled up. So you can use your own judgment on that. But it's really pretty simple, and all you do is bring your needle up at the beginning and then bring it down the end of the line. So I'm going to go here and then come all the way down, and I'll fill in the vertical lines before I go ahead and weave the thread through in the other direction. So I'm just going to do the vertical lines. And I'm not sure what it is about this that I love, but I'm pretty much a sucker for, I think I love that it's plaid, honestly, because I've always been a fan of plaid. So I'm gonna just keep going here and get this all filled in vertically. I am just going to do the lines the width they are in the piece today, so you can get a feel for for the difference. But like I said, you can definitely add, I think I probably doubled the number of vertical stitches. So you've got plenty in your kit. This is using color 1034. You've got plenty of that. So it's not like you need to worry about that part. And I'm just gonna go through like this. I would recommend then when you're ready to start going across, it's easiest initially if you go approximately in the middle, because I'm going to go ahead and turn this sideways. That way, initially you've got more give in your thread. So you just weave it through, and it's just going to be another straight line, but I'm going to do the same. And for your second line, like every other row is the opposite. So on the first row, it goes over this I don't know what the word is for it. This stitch is over. So on this one, I'm going to do the opposite. So I'm going to go under and then just weave it back and forth. A lot of times I will use the opposite end of my needle when I'm weaving, just because then it definitely doesn't get caught in the thread. Now, if you look at this, it definitely has a different look than the one that I showed you initially, because there's a lot more white space here. So this way you'll be able to look and decide how closely together you want to put those stitches. As you get closer to the edges, it is going to be a little tighter. So it will be trickier to weave the thread just because there's less give or less space that you're weaving through, but it should be very manageable. I did misspeak earlier, and the horizontal lines are actually following the printed pattern, but the vertical lines are what I doubled. I basically just put in an additional vertical line in between each of the lines printed on the pattern. It is very important to make the decision about doubling the vertical lines prior to beginning to do the horizontal lines, because if I were to go through right now and add lines, I would have two lines in a row that are the same. So that's why it's important to figure that part out. Sometimes I love to go in, I'll show you in just a second what I think is fun to do. If you do want to just follow the lines, then it's fun to, I'm going to go ahead and end this thread, and I'll show you something different that would be a fun little touch. Cut this. Y'all can see my secrets that things aren't perfect on the back side. So the one little touch, if you're doing the farther apart lines, I do not recommend trying to do this if you have your lines closer together. But if you're doing your lines further apart, it's fun to just do a little X at the intersection of the two lines. And this is probably maybe a 1/16 of an inch in length, but it just gives it a neat little accent. And you can use whatever color you choose. You could use all different colors, then it might have more of a look like ornaments, so that would be kind of fun. But it's definitely a little way to do something different if you do like the white space but want to give it a little oomph. So that is day 6 of the Oh Christmas Tree Stitch Along. And please don't hesitate to comment or reach out if you have any questions. I will see you right back here tomorrow. Thanks, everybody.